We are so pleased to announce our new product, and we are anxious to show you all its new features today. So keep watching.
He smells just like a skunk. My heart sank as I overheard Gemma, my loving wife, telling her best friend how disgusted she was with my foot fungus. His feet look absolutely disgusting. I can't take the smell anymore. I finally understood why she insisted I sleep on the basement couch for the last 2 months. It was not because of my snoring, but because of my rotting feet full of fungus. It all started with a yellow nail infection on my left foot, which I completely ignored, and which soon spread to all my toes, leaving my skin dry, cracking, and peeling. Then occasional blisters filled with smelly pus would appear. The fungus kept growing on me, and the more it spread, the more strange me and my wife became. She couldn't stand the smell and the ugly look of my feet. And now, we're heading for a sure divorce. I could see the absolute disgust on her face when I tried to hug or get close to her. Petrified, I sat down on the stairs, and for the first time in years, I sobbed like a baby, sickened and repulsed by the horrible mess my feet had become. But when I tried to get up again as Gemma was coming up the stairs, a sharp pain clutched my left foot. It was like I was electrocuted by a 10,000-watt cable, with the fiery pain traveling at the speed of light from my foot through my spine and up to my chest. All I remember is that I fell over the stairs and woke up in the county hospital. "Ma'am, the toenail fungus is destroying your husband's nerves. We'll have to do an emergency surgery now, or he will lose his foot. At best, he might get away with a couple of toes amputated, but the situation looks really bad, I'm afraid. He should have come to the hospital sooner." I saw my wife beginning to cry as the doctor gave her the bad news. But it was at this precise moment I knew I had to do something. Her crying meant that she still loved me, that she still wanted us to be together. Yet the damn fungus was not only putting my marriage in danger, but also my life. I absolutely had to get rid of my toenail fungus once and for all. I wanted to get my old life back. I wanted my wife to look at me the way she used to. And damn it, I couldn't just let some fungus kill me. This burning desire to return to normal fueled my journey to discover a simple and effective fungus-destroying protocol secretly used by the International Space Agency to prevent their astronauts from being infected, that can treat any kind of fungus fast without dangerous side effects. Hello, my name is Benjamin Jones, the #1 man on Big Pharma's death list. I'll reveal the reason why in just a moment. As the latest scientific studies from the University of Yale point out, and which pharmaceutical companies desperately try to hide from you, the real cause of your skin or toe fungus infection is not on the outside, but on the inside of your body, triggered by millions of fungi spores that you breathe in every day, silently poisoning your blood and your internal organs. And your dry skin or nail problems are just the tip of the fungus iceberg that has been building up inside your body for decades. This is why you should never ever ignore a nail or skin fungal infection. Make no mistake, it's a symptom of something much worse. In the next few minutes, you'll discover a simple tool to see if you are suffering from internal fungus buildup, and if you are, what to do about it. I will also reveal the shocking secret that the powers that be, the big pharma, and literally everybody in government desperately wants to hide from you. You'll be outraged when you learn why astronauts never get infected with toes or nail fungus. As the International Space Agency's medical team spent tons of money developing an antifungal protocol, after the Russians had their $2.4 billion space station overrun with fungus and had to crash it into the ocean because their astronauts began to die in space. The protocol was also inspired by Vietnamese rice workers, who, despite the fact that they stay with their hands and feet in muddy waters for even 12 hours every day, don't get a skin infection or rashes. Yes, in just a few moments, I will show you how to easily flush away all the fungus from your body and completely get rid of those ugly, painful nails and skin infections. Because of the personal sacrifice I've made, there is now a breakthrough treatment for fungus. And it does not involve taking any nauseating drugs like Lamisil that'll destroy your liver and clog your arteries instead of curing your yellow nails. or creams that make you lose hundreds of dollars, making your feet and hands even more itchy, bad smelling, and rotting your nails, or painful and expensive laser surgery that costs around $1,800 and risks leaving permanent burn scars on your feet and hands. This breakthrough can deal with any fungal infection, from nails to skin to internal infections. Even if you had the fungus for over 20 years and has already been medically proven to work in 99.7% of the cases, leaving doctors in awe. Being used successfully by 41,400 folks and counting. Believe me, this natural treatment will not only fight off the fungus infection on your skin and nails, but it'll also save your life. Because an ounce of cure is worth a pound of prevention. You'll never have to worry or stress again about the internal toxic fungus buildup, and your hands and feet will clear and regain their healthy, strong, smooth appearance. Also, this can add up sometimes up to 15 more years to your life, as it will shield your internal organs against the fungus devil that crawls underneath your skin. I'm also going to share with you the tragic story of someone very dear to me who suffered from toe fungus and now has just one leg because I was a fool and didn't pay any attention to a stupid yellow nail. So even if you have visited conventional doctors and naturopathic doctors, took strong antifungals, tried numerous home remedies, and are disappointed with the results just like so many other people, stay with me until the end of this presentation. It's going to take so little time of your life, but I guarantee it will absolutely change it, like it did for so many folks who were like you, lonely, with nobody there to help them, with nobody there to tell them the truth about their fungus infection and how to treat it. People like Stephen Thomas from Columbus, Georgia, who says, "My whole hand was covered with fungus for 10 years before I treated it almost instantly with your amazing help. For in the last 3 years, 2 of my fingernails became fungus fingernails 100% from the root. I went to doctors 2 times per year to ask for help, and I did whatever they told me to do, but nothing worked. Moreover, they said all the fingernails on that hand would eventually become fungus nails. I've always thought that if there was a cure, my honest doctors would tell me about that in a split second. I was blind, but now I know. I followed your advice and did everything you said. It killed all the fungus in my nail, and eventually I could see the half moon again. My new nail then grew out 100% normal, even though I stopped doing the treatment. The fungus never returned, all gone for over 3 months. I tried to tell my doctors about this remedy, and they did not have even a second to hear my story. They really are not interested in an actual treatment. They only want to treat things since they make a lot more money that way. If they cure you, they lose a lot of money, and for 10 years I paid them big bucks to look at my hand. Total waste. The number one biggest mistake is thinking your doctor wants to help." Or Karen Rayburn from Austin, Texas, who wrote me to say, "For years I had suffered from very dry skin around my toes and heels, really itchy in the summer, keeping me awake at night. I also had nail fungus on roughly 8 of my toes. A few months ago, I decided that I had enough and that I really needed to sort myself out. I tried loads of treatments, from soaking my feet in oil at some and Vicks to laser treatments, but nothing was really effective. It wasn't until I saw your presentation that everything changed for me. The results are amazing and extremely quick. The worst 2 nails are ready to grow again, and the other nails that had slight white look to them are growing back to a pinky color." Dr. Anthony Gray, MD, FACS, wrote to me and said, "I first heard about this fantastic remedy through a patient of mine who was type 2 diabetes patient and had been suffering from nail fungus. This is a common condition for diabetics. As a medical professional, I was extremely weary of alternative cures, especially those with big promises. But to my surprise, this patient of mine managed to recover from nail fungus in just under a week. I double-checked the information you provided, and I'm pleasantly surprised at the scientific research behind it, as well as the case studies. I'll be referring other patients of mine who are suffering from fungal infections to this program." As I've already told you, my name is Benjamin Jones, and I'm from a small town near Tallahassee, Florida. After I graduated in 1998 from the College of Medicine at the University of Florida, for the next 17 years, I worked as a medical librarian for the same university. I worked hard to build a family and provide for them because my wife and daughter are everything to me. I was so proud that I could pay for my daughter's college tuition and that I could offer her a head start in life. So you must imagine the deep pain and grief I felt when doctors practically told me I would have to live the rest of my life without a foot. How was I supposed to go to work and provide for my family? But let me tell you exactly how it happened, so you'll know what to look for. I sincerely hope that nobody else ever goes through what I had to endure. It all started not long ago during a hot August afternoon. We were all gathered outside on the porch. I noticed something strange on my foot. It was a yellow nail, and around it, the skin was cracking and peeling. I quickly dismissed it as unimportant. It's just a damn nail, after all. Nothing but a few blisters caused by uncomfortable shoes, most likely. And let's be honest, who cares about some stupid nail's color? I don't mean to brag, but I was in great physical shape for my age. I could barely remember when I took the last pill. And the last time I went to the hospital was when my daughter was born. But I guess the old saying is true. Just because you're not sick doesn't mean you're healthy. Time passed, but soon after, all my nails became discolored, thick, and crumbly. The fungus began spreading, but again, I paid no mind to it. It didn't really affect my life, so I guess I didn't care. But oh, how wrong I was. You see, soon I noticed some strange changes in my wife's behavior. When I'd walk into the kitchen, my wife would pretend she had to make an important call. When I wanted to make love to her, she would always say her head hurt or that she wasn't in the mood. And one day, she even took my sleeping stuff and moved everything into the moldy basement couch. "Your snoring is so loud I can't sleep," she said as she brought my pillows to me. My daughter Emily couldn't bear to have me around either. Just imagine trying to hug your child, only for her to quickly pull away as if you've electrocuted her. So back I would go every time to my basement couch, my home for the past few months, crying and wondering what I did to deserve this. I pulled myself together and began looking for ways to get rid of my problem. So I tried all the popular remedies, but all my efforts were in vain. Vicks Vapor Rub gave me some nasty skin rashes that made my feet itch even worse. Sporanax made me nauseous all the time, and Penlac made my toes feel like they were on fire. They all brought me nothing but more embarrassment, more pain, and more money flushed down the drain. In the end, my nails were completely gone. The fungus had won. But the really weird thing was that I gradually started losing sensation in my left foot. I discovered this one night when I got back from the bathroom and hit my leg against the couch. I could barely feel a thing. Honestly, if that were to be the only problem, it would have been fine. But I also started developing seemingly unrelated conditions: jockish, ringworm, skin fungus. Not only did I start losing my hair, but the rest of it was full of dandruff. So I finally decided to go to my doctor. It was the worst thing I could have done, to put all my faith in Big Pharma. At that time, my doctors never imagined that all my issues were connected to one root cause. They simply prescribed me Lamisil, an oral medication to treat the toe fungus, along with other medications like antibiotics to treat psoriasis. Huge mistake. For a while, it seemed like the drugs were helping treat the disease, until the side effects kicked in. I started getting fever and sudden chills throughout the day. I had problems eating because of sores that were invading my throat. And even though my health was getting worse, every week I tried best to hide it from my wife and my daughter. I didn't want to expose them to my pain and suffering. I recall that at one point, I even lost 8 pounds in a week. I looked like a shadow of the man I used to be, and I was constantly complaining of feeling exhausted. My poor daughter even had to take one semester off because my wife Gemma couldn't take care of me by herself. Then one day, I overheard my dear wife talking on the phone. She was in the kitchen unaware of my presence. "He smells just like a skunk. I can't take the smell anymore. I'm thinking of filing for a divorce." And right then and there, my heart sank into my knees. I knew things were bad, but I didn't think she would consider leaving me over it. After all, I did my best to hide everything from her. Petrified, I sat down on the stairs, and for the first time in years, I sobbed like a baby, sickened and repulsed by the horrible mess my feet had become. But when I tried to get up again, as Gemma was coming upstairs, a sharp pain clutched my left foot. It was so intense that my vision got blurry. It felt like I was being electrocuted by a 1,000 watts cable. With that excruciating pain traveling at the speed of light from my foot through my spine and up my chest, I fell over the stairs, and the last thing I heard was my wife's desperate cry, "Emily, call an ambulance now." The next thing I remember was the cold hospital bed and the doctor's words to my wife. "Ma'am, that untreated toenail fungus is destroying your husband's nerves, and we have to do an emergency surgery now or he might lose the entire foot." "I'm not going to lie to you, ma'am," he continued in a grim tone. "This looks bad. One of the worst cases I've ever seen in my career. He should have come to the hospital sooner." So they rushed me for surgery and came out of it with 2 less toes. By the grace of God, I recovered relatively soon. But the bad news kept coming. The doctors told me I was on a death clock as my internal fungus buildup was rapidly spreading through my body. And even though they cut off 2 of my toes, that would only slow down the damage on my nerves. At first, I didn't believe them. I mean, what is an internal fungus buildup? But they showed me, using a dark field microscope, a sample of my blood and a sample of normal blood. When I saw the horrible difference, I couldn't believe my eyes. My blood was practically 90% overrun by toxic fungus. Moreover, they told me that there was a 90% chance that they will have to amputate the whole leg or an arm, depending on where on my body the next fungal breakout would occur. This made me furious to think that all had happened just because of some nail fungus. You may think this is extreme, and it was, but I'm going to prove to you in a few minutes that many other people are experiencing the same thing as well. Looking back, I remembered all those times I would go hiking with my daughter, or when I took my wife at the mall for a wardrobe change. I couldn't bear the thought that I wouldn't be able to do that anymore, that they would have to care for a cripple. My heart broke into pieces. I started shivering and weeping uncontrollably. I felt mad. Mad at the irresponsible doctor for prescribing me such a drug. Mad at how I was treated with such indifference by the medical system. And mad at myself that I didn't do anything about this earlier, even though I felt something was wrong. But I couldn't give up. I was the pillar of my family, the one person they could count on no matter what. And I had to live for them. I had to treat this no matter what. I was in a race against time to find the ultimate remedy to this deadly fungal infection. And time was ticking faster and faster. With each day that passed and my fungal infection not treated was slowly growing inside me, I feared for my life. But then, one long dark night, while I was researching and trying to find a solution, I realized something. All those cures, antibiotics, homemade recipes, and whatnot did not work because of one obvious reason. They were all working only skin deep, temporarily hiding the fungus infection visible outside, treating just the tip of the fungus iceberg. Something was feeding my internal fungus poisonous colony. But what? And then it occurred to me, it had to be something in the air. The only logical explanation was that toxic fungus spores are airborne. At first I thought this could not be possible. But then I started doing some research and talking to some medical experts, and what I discovered sent cold shivers down my spine. According to a 2016 University of Yale study on fungus and air conditioning units, researchers found out that the presence of an air conditioning has been associated with 30 to 200% increase in respiratory and other health systems, such as the tightening of the chest, dry coughs, as well as a bunch of other fungus-related diseases. As my good friend and colleague, Professor Jordan Picha, a respected Yale professor in chemical and environmental engineering, said, when you think about it, air conditioning coils are wet, cold places. Whenever water exists in a building, we usually find bacterial and fungal growth. There's a lot of gross and toxic stuff in there, and that may become distributed through the building. I began to scream with anger. This was not possible. Air conditioning units are everywhere, from your house to malls, nursing homes, and even in hospitals. Do you really believe that anybody thinks about cleaning them regularly? I don't think so. Are you constantly exposed to a dangerous fungal infection on a daily basis? You bet. Everybody's always talking about cars and factories polluting the air, and the government is always trying to regulate the pollution levels because sometimes it gets out of control. But no one is even mentioning how dangerous airborne fungus is. And you know what else I found? There's absolutely no health laws that regulate the maximum fungus levels in our country. Practically, our government does not even care about how much fungus we inhale on a daily basis. They just let us die slowly, not giving a damn. The more I researched on this extremely dangerous topic, the more shocking results I found. Fungus is practically everywhere, in the air, carried by birds, in your air conditioning system, from home, from work, behind the walls of your home, in the fabric of your clothes, in the pillows on your couch, inside your car, in malls, gas stations, libraries, and local grocery stores. I felt so stupid not thinking about this earlier. So I immediately went to check out my AC unit. And what I saw after I ran my finger over the blades, I nearly puked. There was a dark green slime that had a bad smell and made my index finger instantly itch. This was not possible. Inside the safety of our own home, my family and I were being poisoned by toxic fungus without even being aware of it. Even though Gemma is obsessed with cleanliness, I mean, she's the kind of woman who hires professional cleaning companies to disinfect the house once every 2 months. As a man of science, armed with this new information, I began to run some numbers to see the real gravity of the problem. Do you want to estimate your internal toxic fungus buildup? It's easy, but it's truly shocking. On average, we take around 9 million breaths every year. A person who lives to 80 will take about 700 million breaths in a lifetime. And with each and every breath, we inhale those rotten fungus spores. Now, I won't bore you with the meaningless statistical data, but instead picture this. When you take a breath, you are somewhat like a vacuum cleaner. Air enters your lungs through your nostrils, and from there it goes into your body through the bloodstream. A vacuum cleaner does the same thing, sucks up air and other impurities like dirt through its tube and deposits everything in its sac. When you inhale, along with the air, you also breathe millions and millions of toxic fungus spores. They enter your lungs and then in your blood, slowly poisoning you day by day, even when you sleep. Now, if the sac on your vacuum cleaner gets full, what do? You empty it and that's it. But how can you empty up all that fungus that you have been breathing for ages nonstop so far? You can't. I was left speechless. I was like a vacuum sack full of deadly toxic bacteria and fungus buildup. And then I thought to myself, I'm 55 years old, so that means that my fungus sac was almost full, damaging my immune system, rotting away my organs, creeping slowly at the surface of my toes, skin, and attacking my nails. I had to do something fast before it was too late. So the next day, I arranged to meet with one of my old friends, Dr. Walter Mills, a respected microbiologist who worked at a top-secret, off-the-grid military medical research lab for a space agency. As I would usually help him with different written materials for his studies, I knew he would in turn help me find a working treatment for this evil disease. After I told him about what had happened to me and that my days were practically numbered, he got closer to me and told me, "You know, I used to work for an international space agency, right?" I said, "Yes, for more than 26 years. Why?" He put on a gray face and then asked me, "Did you ever think why Navy SEALs or astronauts never ever have fungus at their nails or feet?" I looked puzzled at him and did not know what to answer. I mean, he had a point there. Navy SEALs who are always deployed in the most dangerous combat zones usually wear their thick, heavy army boots for more than 14 hours a day at a time. Astronauts, on the other hand, who spend weeks on the space station, wear astronaut boots, and they cannot risk getting infected by fungus. A toxic fungus epidemic in the space station would mean absolute disaster and death for everyone on board. My mind froze. What the hell is going on here? Why do these guys never, ever get a fungus infection? Dr. Mills, as if he was afraid that someone will hear him, shared with me an astonishing secret. Because they have the ultimate working weapon against fungus. Next, I began to carefully listen to Dr. Mills' explanation. It all started back in 2000. I was working for an international space agency, and one day I got an intelligence report saying that the Russians have a major fungus problem on their space station, and that one female cosmonaut died. Not long after that, this was everywhere in the news. The Russian space station Mir was all covered with fungus, and there was nothing they could do about it. So, in 2001, because they had no working remedy for this dangerous problem, they had to plunge the $2.4 billion space station in the ocean. We knew then that our entire space program was in danger, so all the brilliant medical minds working at the International Space Agency began to work to find a cure for this fungus immediately. We also knew that everything that was on the market then had zero effect on fighting and curing fungus. But our research group had a stroke of genius and asked a stupidly simple question. Why the hell the Vietnamese rice farmers who spend all day long working in muddy waters never get skin diseases or fungus on their hands and feet? I mean, those people don't have access to the latest fungal antibiotics, they don't have the possibility or the money to undergo expensive laser treatment, and many of the antifungus creams that are available here in the US are not sold in Vietnam, right? But still, they had zero fungus problems. It was a complete mystery. Long story short, starting from this spark of genius, we realized that their secret was no secret at all. It was all about a group of ultra-powerful natural ingredients they had been using daily in their diets for thousands of years, which shielded their immune system from all the possible threatening infections caused by fungal spores. You must also know the recipe is completely safe, with no side effects whatsoever, and most important of all, with immediate results. Even a very famous astronaut, Scott Kelly, recently declared that being in space gives you feet like a baby. But there is one problem, Dr. Mills said. This ultra-secret formula is available for only 1% of the population: elite, politicians, big corporation heads, members of state, members of the government, top scientists, and astronauts. By then, I was completely outraged. I said, hold on, why is this not released? Americans have the right to know the truth. Nobody else has to suffer because of fungus. No leg should be amputated, no senior citizens or children should be left untreated. Dr. Mills explained to me very clearly, the antifungal industry controlled by Big Pharma is a $13 billion a year industry. Do you actually think that they want this cure out there on the market available for everybody? Do you? He also added, at best, they'll release it for the general population in 15 to 20 years maybe, as they usually do with major medical breakthroughs and cures that are discovered. So by now, you must be very curious and anxious to find, what does this ultimate antifungal secret formula contain? Why all the ingredients that it is made of are so extremely powerful against the massive toxic internal fungus buildup? And most importantly, how does it work, and why does it work so incredibly well? Well, pay careful attention now, because the following information comes up from top secret medical research to which the general public has no access to. Here's a short and to the point explanation of each and every one of the secret ingredients used and how they work. After lab testing, they have proven to be 100% effective only in this formula, especially calculated and adjusted to give the best possible results against fungus buildup. both externally and internally. Step 1. Immediately absorb the ingredients. We source the ingredients from the purest locations in the most effective forms, which means they are extremely bioavailable and easier for the body to absorb. Imagine the 26 especially selected ingredients entering your system and getting absorbed immediately by the body. This happens not just because our ingredients are extremely pure and bioavailable, but also because whenever our bodies detect that we give them something that is essential for our survival, they practically suck it up like a dry sponge. In almost a fraction of the second, they start to rapidly spread through your body like a swarm of antifungal bees. Step 2. Massively exterminate the fungus buildup. So you have a 50 or 60 years worth of fungus buildup on the walls of your veins. No problem. After testing more than 144 organic antifungus ingredients, top space scientists have chosen these top 3 ingredients: beta-glucan, the penicillin of antibiotics; ARA6, the sworn enemy of fungus and the unique Japanese mushroom complex that makes Asians live 20 years longer than the rest of the world. These ingredients will practically flush away like a fireman's pressure hose all the fungus from your veins' walls. Your veins and arteries will be clear of fungus, more elastic, and blood will once again flow normally to your organs. It's good to feel like you're 20 again. Step 3. Purify your blood. During this phase, curcumin, cat's claw, and garlic will begin to actually dissolve the billions of toxic fungus bacteria that have been flowing freely in your blood system for years. Curcumin works wonders because it is a natural antioxidant and antimicrobial agent, and cat's claw and garlic act like a strainer, separating and burning the fungus from your blood flow. This will make your blood more oxygenated, ready to be pumped up to the engine of your body, the heart. Step 4. Reconstruct your nerves. Here's where 2 superstar ingredients enter in action: lycopene, an amazing nerve engineer, and quercetin, the little soldier that fights off any inflammation, helping your body heal. What they'll do is micropenetrate your muscles from inside to the surface, rebuilding your nerves and empowering your body to fight off any threats that might harm your nerves again. Step 5. Rejuvenate your hands, feet, and nails. You just gotta love this step. The natural pomegranate and olive leaf extracts will target your hands and feet, immediately draining out the fungus swamp and plugging in the outbreaks that are visible on the outside, thus beginning to fortify the fungus-infected yellow nails or brittle skin. Ancient wise Chinese doctors thought that pomegranate is capable of conferring a person longevity or even immortality, and this, together with the olive leaf extracts, will act like immortality elixir for your nails. Step 6. Defend your body against fungus. Meet the antifungal defense trio: selenium, graviola, and pine bark. These 3 ingredients will make sure that no hidden fungus toxin will ramble through your body. They have been scientifically recognized to arrest on the spot any fungus or any other dangerous bacteria they come across. Better protection means better health. Step 7. Shield your lungs against the nasty spores. Red raspberry juice, vitamin C, and vitamin E join their forces to shield your lungs from the constant attack of fungal bacteria that you are always inhaling on a daily basis, acting as a potent internal antifungal filter. Now you can take a deep breath and stop worrying about any toxic pollution that wants to enter your body through your lungs. Easier breaths, better oxygenation, and more protection against harmful invaders. Step 8. Double up the antifungal defense. Green tea and the Panax ginseng extract will activate and boost the particular antimicrobial antibodies that already exist in your body, increasing the body's natural ability to fight off fungus and other toxins that cause damage to your body. And that's not all. Green tea and ginseng are well known to have positive effects in the prevention of cardiovascular diseases, arthritis, or cholesterol. At first, Dr. Mills was afraid to share with the world's ultra-secret recipe for the definitive removal of fungus. And he was right. This special formula, used only by a select few from the ruling class or by top military troops and astronauts, was not supposed to be shared with the general public. But I persuaded Dr. Mills to do the impossible. So he agreed to help me basically steal and recreate the ultra-secret antifungal recipe developed by the space scientists. I knew we were both risking our lives for doing so, but we did it. After that, we got down to work. We had the recipe and we had the medical knowledge. The most difficult part was to gather all the ingredients. You see, the market is full of counterfeit, cheap knockoffs of so-called natural homeopathic ingredients. We know this because after we carefully tested 90% of the available natural extracts of green tea, vitamin C and E, herbs and mushrooms, we found that they were bogus and derived from chemicals, not from natural sources. So we searched the whole world through our scientific connections and contacted only certified producers and verified suppliers, making sure that for our recipe, we used only top quality ingredients with 100% healing properties. It was hard and very difficult. We worked day and night testing and then testing some more, making sure that we got the right quantities and the most effective combination of ingredients. I remember that I even lost quite a few pounds as we were constantly working to finish up the product and I forgot to eat. But in the end, we did it. Tears of joy filled my eyes as I held in my hand that life-saving antifungus pill. I decided to test the product on myself first and make sure it's totally safe before telling the world about it. After I took the first pill, at first I didn't feel anything. But I knew that the supplement was already beginning to clear up the fungus buildup inside my body. I continued the treatment and I began to feel better, to breathe more easily, and to feel more energetic. And the best part was that the rest of my dark yellow nails began to regain their natural color and texture. Moreover, the foul-smelling dead skin that was constantly shedding off my heels and toes was practically gone. My feet were now looking healthy, and even my varicose veins completely disappeared. I was extremely excited. But as a scientist, I had to make absolutely sure that this amazing pill works, even on older people, and that it is just not a temporary band-aid. And what better way to do this than on senior citizens who were living in senior retirement homes and had various degrees of fungal infections. I mean, all the components from the supplement were natural and scientifically proven to have positive effects on human health, and they were used even by astronauts and the special military forces. So I sold my car, put a second mortgage on my house, and made an initial batch of 1,000 bottles of the fungus treatment. I bought tickets to a Greyhound bus and started touring the country. I first went to the southern part of the US, which, as you may know, is considered by doctors to be a fungi heaven. Why? The explanation is simple. The hot, moist environment is a paradise for fungus to grow. I visited more than 30 retirement centers and gave the supplement freely to all the folks who had fungus infections on their feet, skin, and hands, or even on their heads. After I finished my whole initial batch of supplements, I revisited everybody who tested it. And the results were amazing. For many of them, their fungus infections miraculously disappeared. I mean, even nurses and doctors took the supplement and felt more energetic with stronger nails and smoother skin. I even began to receive phone calls, hundreds of letters and emails from all the people I helped treat their fungal infection, thanking me for saving their lives. People even demanded more of this amazing remedy for their friends and family. This was huge. After this, I went back home to my wife, and because she had also started showing early signs of foot fungus, I gave her the supplement as well. I wanted to prevent the infection from further developing inside her. And incredibly, after they also began taking the supplement, we could see the fast and visible results with our bare eyes. Stronger stamina, more energy, smoother skin, better looking nails and hair. Not to mention the flame was ablaze again, and Gemma and I were having sex more times a week than I could count. I felt like I was 20 again. Where expensive pills, creams, antibiotics with side effects, and big pharma medicine have failed, I managed to give simple folks a new hope and a new life. But I could not keep this fantastic remedy for myself. So together with Dr. Mills, we decided to produce a supplement and make it available for everybody who's suffering from fungus problems. We call it keravitapro. Now that you know all of these, you're probably asking two questions. Is there any way I can get my hands on this amazing supplement? When and in how much quantity should I take these supplements? Well, to answer question one is a little bit tricky. You see, the truth of the matter is that getting the right ingredients to make this powerful antifungus pill is hard. As I said, 97% of the natural ingredients on the market are either fake or filled with pesticides. Also, the people who already tested our product and had success treating the exterior fungus, both on their feet and nails or even head, keep asking us for more bottles for themselves, for their friends and families, or just to stock up in case we won't be able to provide any more, and to make sure that they will be fungus-free for the rest of their lives, emptying our stocks in just a matter of days. Moreover, keravitapro is carefully produced only in small batches that take up to 3 months to deliver. This process is essential to ensure that the quality of the product is 100% effective. And don't forget about Big Pharma, who is already hunting us like mad for ruining their plans of getting fat on the money coming from innocent folks who have fungus. But we don't want anybody to suffer anymore, and in the next few minutes, you will find out how to get your hands on a brand new bottle of supplements as part of our awareness campaign. Regarding how you should take the keravitapro supplement, the answer is easy. Take 2 supplements on a daily basis for at least 30 days. You see, the positive effects inside your body are undeniable. All the 26 natural ingredients, especially selected and balanced to seek and destroy all internal and external fungus infections, start their process of making you healthy again the second you swallow a pill. Of course, the first line of attack is the internal toxic fungus buildup that is threatening your internal organs. But because most people have completely ignored the fungus problem, thinking that it's just a minor thing like a yellow nail, the battle is hard. You see, because inside you there are already practically billions and billions of fungus bacteria that have multiplied for decades. It may take some time to see the results. After the internal fungus has been cleared up and stabilized, the active ingredients of the supplement will be more focused on your external fungus damage, like your brittle and dry skin or yellow nails. We cannot estimate exactly what is the quantity of fungus that you have accumulated inside your body. This depends on many factors, such as the region in which you live, dry or wet zone, climatic conditions such as hot or cold weather, your medical antecedents, your overall state of health, etc. So, as a rule of thumb, after seeing the positive results of more than 35,000 patients suffering from stage 4 fungus, which is very hard to treat with traditional methods, we recommend to take at the very least 2 bottles, 3 bottles or more to be completely safe for a period of 60 days. This will absolutely allow for a total 100% fungal infection cleanup from inside your organs to your outside skin and nails. Moreover, you have to take into consideration that the fight against deadly fungus is an ongoing one. keravitapro will not only treat the deadly fungus from inside your body, but, as I have explained, it will also create a powerful defense net, or a shield, that will capture 99% of the daily fungus that you are breathing without even knowing it. More than 41,000 folks of all ages suffering from nail fungus, skin fungus, rosacea, psoriasis, athlete foot, or eczema, just to name a few, with conditions ranging from mild to extremely severe. People who have found this hidden side by way of a well-meaning friend or the recommendation of a family physician who was willing to take a stand and reject Big Pharma's blood money, have completely treated their fungal infection. James Hunter from Orlando, Florida said, "I never imagined that my body was so full of fungus. I mean, my nails were looking okay. I had just some dry skin on my feet, which I thought was normal because of my shoes or something. But one time, when I thought I had just a minor cold, I went into the bathroom and coughed up some ugly looking green slime. I then knew that it was not because of the cold. That was a straight up fungus getting out of my body. After finding your cure, not only my immune system got stronger in no time, but I stopped coughing that toxic fungus slime immediately. Thank you, thank you, thank you." James Hunter, Orlando, Florida. Joseph Dyer from San Jose, California said, "Oh my gosh, I am glad I fell into this site by accident. You all have made me the happiest person today. My second and piggy toe have had terrible thick toenails that are, and they've been almost impossible to clip for as long as I can remember on both feet. And I am 49, by the way. I hated these ugly toes, and I'm so happy to find that I can get rid of them so easy. I was not into the medications the doctors always wanted to hand out. Figured there had to be something natural I could use, and you all have just given me the answer. Thank you all so much." Joseph Dyer, San Jose, California. Sarah Davis from Davenport, Iowa said, "My mother lives with me right now and has pretty bad toe fungus on all toes, both feet. I ordered 4 bottles for her in hopes to help relieve her discomfort and embarrassment. The first day she used it, she said the nails feel better. The nails themselves seem to be looking much better as well. In a few days, her fungal cleared up. She took it with her to her doctor's appointment and was even reassured by him that this stuff should really work. It has definitely boosted her confidence, and she has been sandal shopping this week, which she hasn't done in 5 years. That in itself is amazing." Sarah Davis, Davenport, Iowa. Keravita Pro is only available from this website that you are on right now, and only for as long as it can remain up without Big Pharma shutting us down. Keravita Pro is about getting your life back. It is completely natural and side effect free, and it's your first and only real chance at destroying your fungal infection while regaining the freedom and the peace of mind that you've been denied for months, years, or even decades of your life. Knowing that you're finally going to escape from the vicious cycle of infection. You get infected, use a costly treatment with destructive side effects, only to get infected again in just a few months after you stop using the treatment. You'll finally breathe a sigh of relief. Just imagine knowing that the fungal infection has left your body for good. No more feeling embarrassed, no more itching, no more foot odor or sweaty feet. No more internal fungus buildup that threatens your vital organs like your lungs, liver, heart, and even brain. And all it takes is 2 pills a day and the fungus will be gone. Of course, you can try oral medications, but besides the sick stomach, low energy, liver damage, or even heart failure, which require you to take even more medications with more side effects, they can cost up to $1,800 a year. Or you can continue to apply topical creams or using superficial treatments like laser therapy, which costs about $500 on average, but they don't address the source of the fungal infection at the root. And the second you stop using them, the fungal infection will most likely come back unless you continue spending hundreds, if not thousands of dollars for upkeeping, since the real root of the cause is not solved. Furthermore, you'll be leaving an infected internal organ untreated that can lead to even more serious complications down the road. None of these options are real options, and you already know it. Dr. Mills originally wanted to set the investment to get Keravita Pro at $99 a bottle. And from a certain point of view, he was right. All the ingredients used are natural, some of them quite rare and hard to obtain. And also, it would have cost far less than you'd have spent to see a specialist in your area, including the drugs he is going to prescribe you. Plus, the special formula is designed to go straight to the heart of the problem, treating the fungus both internally and externally. And given all of this, $99 a bottle should seem like a steal to you. But like I mentioned already, Keravita Pro is not about us making a profit. Sure, it'll be nice to get paid for our work and efforts, but if we wanted to make money, we could go take a job at Big Pharma right now and make lots of money. But we don't want their blood money. We want to help you truly get better. That is what this is about, and started me on my journey to find this treatment. And after receiving emails from people who can't afford it, we thought that everyone should have the right to try Keravita Pro, which is why there's no chance I could consider charging you $99 for this. Because you are reading this presentation, you will benefit from a discount from our awareness campaign. If you act today through this website and make the life-changing decision to invest in this extraordinary antifungus weapon, Dr. Mills and I have agreed to hand over the complete solution that allows you to finally banish fungal infections for only $69 a bottle. But wait, I'm going to sweeten the deal even more, because I know how vital your health is to you and your family, and how important it is to get rid of your internal fungus buildup and remain protected against the continuous fungal bombardment that is happening every single day. I've set up a discounted package system of 6 bottles of Keravita Pro for you for only $49 a bottle, for a total of $294, which is being offered today only. For as long as supplies last, you also get free shipping on us. Once we run out of the bottles, the buy now buttons will not be activated anymore until we make another batch again, which takes around 2 to 3 months at least. Click the 6 bottle package or any other package that you want below this video to secure your order. Consider this the smallest but most powerful investment that you have ever done for yourself. Yes, a bottle of Keravita Pro will pulverize all those years after years of toxic fungus buildup, which now showed its fangs and appeared on your skin and nails. 2 bottles will do the same thing, getting you rid of your internal and external fungus problems like it did for at least 41,000 people so far. And it will also shield you for an extra month against fungus pollution that is entering your lungs and blood on a daily basis. But 6 bottles of Keravita Pro will mean that in the 6 months that you will be protected, your body will develop its own antifungal weapons, making you practically bulletproof even against a fungus tsunami. You could literally start sniffing fungus and your body will automatically reject it after using Keravita Pro for at least 6 months. Also, you take action by ordering in the next 5 minutes. I'm going to give you for free the following exclusive fast action bonus package. Doctor's Essential Home Remedies, retail value $67. Doctors are extremely expensive, so are drugs. If you want to save money, you need this. You'll discover the strange fruit that can reverse type 2 diabetes in as little as 11 days. A soundtrack available for free that stops ringing in your ears and improves hearing. And many more remedies that alternative and conventional doctors find effective for reversing these common yet dreadful illnesses. 2. A 1-day self-purifier, retail value $37. This can be used by anyone, even if they don't suffer from fungal infection. It's so powerful that it's recommended to use this detox only once a month alongside with Keravita Pro if you want to. The special part of this detox is that it has 2 phases. First one is to flush out the toxins like what most detoxes do, except this one really flushes out, wipes out all heavy metals and other deadly toxins. The second phase provides the body with essential nutrients, healing your skin, hair, eyes, and internal organs. And you can do this protocol for under $15, all in an hour or less. You may be saying, okay, this sounds amazing and I'm interested. How do I get started? Click the yellow button below after choosing the best package for you, and you'll end up on our secure checkout page. Enter your payment details, place the order, and in 7 days from this moment, you'll get Keravita Pro right at your home. You have absolutely nothing to risk because you are also covered by our 60 days, 100% cured or money back guarantee. Start taking this amazing supplement, see with your own eyes how your fungal infection starts to disappear, how your itchiness and pain begin to fade, and how you finally regain your normal life again within days, just like more than 41,000 of our satisfied customers who have gone through the program did. If you're unsatisfied for any reason, it's rare, but it happens, send us an email in the members area and you'll get a prompt refund. No questions asked. We'll still be friends. You have nothing to risk at all. Like I said, this is a 100% risk-free investment. So click the one of the buttons below to get started on your journey to heal from fungus. Let me ask you a question. Years from now, when you're looking back at your life, how are you going to feel if you could have eliminated your fungal infection quickly and easily, practically in no time? Not to get depressing here, but most people just don't do anything until it's too late. Most people don't even want to consider taking any action to help themselves until they ended up in a hospital bed. As I told you, the fungus is in fact a symptom of a much deeper problem. If left untreated, it could develop into something serious like blood poisoning, organ failure. When that happens, most people start to regret the silly excuses they gave to themselves for not treating it earlier. But that'll be too late. Don't be one of them. Take control of your health today and click the one of the buttons below to place your order. You really do have to act now. We are offering Keravita Pro for just $69 and cheaper if you're getting our more popular packages and giving you all the bonuses just as an incentive to get this amazing program into more people's hands. But we are planning on raising the price back to $99 without the bonuses, or possibly much higher in the future. See, here's the weird thing. When I tell people that you can cure your fungal infection, whether it's nails, skin, or even internal, practically in no time and only for less than a visit to a specialist, well, to most people, it just sounds unbelievable. Like there's something fishy going on. It just sounds too cheap, especially if you've been struggling to cure it with your doctor's prescriptions or going for laser or surgery. Our mission is to spread Keravita Pro to as many people as humanly possible, and the big dream is for fungal infection to be something like a rare disease that can be easily cured. But if people find it hard to believe that you can get such an incredible results for less than the cost of a visit to a specialist or a meal with your family at a restaurant, then we'll have to raise the prices. But if this website is still up, it means you can still get Keravita Pro if you act now. Click to make your choice below, enter your payment details, and place the order now. You'll gain access to Keravita Pro, which will arrive at your doorway in a matter of days, as well as the fast action bonuses immediately in the members area. Listen, when you think about it, you really just got 3 choices ahead of you right now. Option 1, stop following this presentation and leave this page. Do nothing. Keep going the way you are now, slowly poisoning yourself with toxic fungus spores. Keep being frustrated that nothing works and you have to live with the fungal infection for the following months, maybe even years or decades. It's not going to be pleasant. Option 2, go to your doctor or specialist and try the conventional treatments. But please, please don't take the medications because they'll really destroy you from the inside. Try the topical creams or even spend $500 for a laser session or surgery. You'll find that while it may work in the short run, when you stop doing them, the fungus will come back because the root cause was not really dealt with. Option 3, risk nothing at all today. Grab Keravita Pro right now and you'll be surprised at how effective it works. Click below to make your choice, enter your payment details, and place the order now. We'll immediately ship your bottles straight to your house. I hope to hear your success story soon. To your health. Still here? Let me answer some of the most common questions you might have about Keravita Pro. Question 1. How does Keravita Pro work, and can you explain it again? The fungus that is growing on your nails and skin are merely a symptom of what's happening inside your body. This was proven in numerous studies using a dark field microscope to see what is going on in the blood of folks who suffer from fungus infections. And what is happening in the body? There is a systemic or whole body inflammation and infection happening. For example, if your large toes have fungus, this is related to liver and spleen congestion. To clear a fungus, you have to first clear out the waste from the main organs and systems so that there is no extra fungal or bacterial activity. All fungi parasites must be destroyed internally first, then on the outside. The supplement works in the following way. Stage 1. Immediately absorb the ingredients. The ingredients start to rapidly spread through your body like a swarm of antibacterial bees. Stage 2. Massively exterminate the fungus buildup. The ingredients attack and neutralize the 50 or 60 years of fungus buildup on the wall of your veins. Stage 3. Purify your blood. The ingredients dissolve the billions of toxic fungus bacteria that have been flowing freely in your blood system for years. Stage 4. Reconstruct your nerves. The ingredients will micropenetrate the muscles and start reconstructing your damaged nerves. Stage 5. Rejuvenate your hands, nails, and feet. The ingredients target your hands, feet, and immediately drain out the fungus swamp and plugging in the outbreaks that are visible on the outside, beginning to quickly fortify the fungus-infected yellow nails or brittle skin. Stage 6. Defend your body against fungus. The ingredients will create police antifungal stations that will neutralize any other potential hidden free fungus toxin flowing through the organism. Stage 7. Shield your lungs against the nasty spores. The ingredients shield your lungs from the constant attack of fungal bacteria that you are always inhaling on a daily basis, acting as a potential internal antifungal filter. Stage 8. Double up the antifungal defense. The special extract will activate and boost the particular antimicrobial antibodies which already exist in your body. Practically, their capacity to fight off fungus bacteria or other toxins that cause damage to your body will be doubled. Question 2. Can I take keravitapro even if I have allergies or if I currently use other supplements? Sure you can. We have made sure that this amazing antifungal weapon has no damaging effect on people who have various allergies, as the quantities of the ingredients inside are selected to be below the allergy triggering levels. Also, keravitapro does not interfere with other supplements, as it targets exactly only the fungus-related problems in your body. For more details, please check the disclaimer link at the bottom of this page. Question 3. Why haven't I heard of this remedy before? Well, as I explained during the presentation, the antifungal industry is a $13 billion a year industry business because patients spend on average $1,800 a year on antifungal medications. But what they're unaware of is that they literally spend millions and millions of dollars each year to ensure that academic medicine focuses only on the drugs that make them money and not on the drugs that will actually help them get better. Question 4. Who's this program for? This program is for anyone suffering from fungal infection. It may be nail, skin, or even internal like Candida. This program is also diabetic friendly. In fact, many folks wrote to us saying that this program actually helped them recover from their type 2 diabetes. It is not surprising since a large part of the program focuses on restoring damaged organs and nerves in the body. It has 0 side effects, 0 negative implications on any other supplement that you might be taking right now, 0 dietary restrictions, but 100% fast results. Question 5. What happens once I click one of the options below? Once you click one of the options below, you'll go to our 100% secure checkout page. You just enter your payment information and place the order. We'll immediately ship your bottle straight to your house. It's that easy. Question 6. How long does it really take to get results? As I've told you, and I'm very proud to repeat this, once you start taking Keravita Pro, the battle against fungus is half won. The internal results are undeniable, while external results will begin to show in no time. Question 7. What are the terms of that guarantee that you've mentioned? Because I want you to be completely confident in your investment today, I'm providing you with a 60-day money-back guarantee. Simply click one of the buttons below and try the program out for yourself in the next 60 days. If you don't get the results I promised within several weeks, or you're unsatisfied for any reason, simply send an email to us in the members area and I will give you your money back, no questions asked. It should be clear that if I thought this wasn't going to work, there's no way I would make such an offer. But I do know that this will work. A total of more than 41,000 people have already proven it. Question 8. How long will this program be available to the public? Well, I'm not really sure, but history has shown us that Big Pharma is not afraid to spend millions of dollars in legal fees to get something that threatens their very existence. If you think about it, that makes sense. Wouldn't you spend $1 million in lawyers' costs to protect the $13 billion a year you make? In other words, if you are truly serious about curing your fungal infection in the following days, you will need to act immediately. Question 9. How do I get Keravita Pro? This one is easy. Simply choose your package by clicking one of the options below and try the entire program for yourself for 60 days with absolutely no risk. If you are unhappy for any reason, you'll be given a prompt refund with no questions asked. But that being said, I'm extremely confident you won't be asking for a refund because this program has been clinically proven to be effective for anyone suffering from fungal infection, even if they've had it for 20 or 30 years. So click below, fill in your payment details, and submit your order. I can't wait to hear about your results.
Thanks for stopping by. I hope now you can see how our product will truly make your life easier.